start this vlog, but let's make some coffee first because I am very sleepy. It's like the afternoon, like after lunch. So for Filipinos, I think that's like called siesta. And yeah, my Kindle just came in the mail today, so I'm gonna unbox that before we get into the serious stuff. And yeah, let's go. Wow, it is very, very light. I'm very surprised. For reference, hi! So I also got a case for my Kindle. So my Kindle is actually the 32 gig paper white in plum. I'm so happy I synced my Amazon account to put in all my books in here. Look at this case. It's a girl drinking milk tea, and I love it because I love milk tea. And yeah, I'm just so happy because I'm finally reading on an actual Kindle. I used to read on the Kindle app on my tablet, and now I'm reading from here. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee and then let's get into the serious stuff. I know people are gonna come at me for doing this, but this is how I make my coffee. Instant coffee, because I'm lazy. I don't have a coffee machine. And I have my cup. And it's just so easy. This is not sponsored, okay? But yeah, I just don't have a coffee machine. Once I do that, I pour this. Yay! Coffee. My favorite creamer. Again, not sponsored. But I know it already has creamer. I just like it extra creamy. Ooh, and extra hot. We are in my room. Hi, baby. Baby. Okay, here we go. That's good bread. Good coffee. Yes. ASMR. Anyway, that's a really good coffee, even though it's just instant. Disclaimer, if you guys hear any snoring in the background, that's my dog, Baby, over there. He is a big dog, so he snores when he sleeps. Also, I think it has something to do with his face being too scrunched up together. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Him snoring in the background. His name is Baby. So yeah. Okay, now let's get into the tea. Well, it's not tea because like I didn't leave the label for any bad reason. The spread is getting stuck on my teeth. To give a little backstory, before I signed to a label, I was already doing everything independently, from my music releases to my content creation. So everything was done by me, and I didn't really have the help of anyone or a management back then. And then I got signed to this management who promised me a lot of stuff. That's how I got signed. Like, they told me they'll do this, they'll do that, and I ended up leaving because they were just filled with empty promises. And I've always been known as this DIY type of artist, and I've created my entire career persona out of that you can do anything from your own home or be an artist without having the backup of a big machinery. Up till today, I'm still a very DIY artist. I've worked or collaborated with people in the past who constantly look down on me just because I'm female. They think I couldn't do any better than what a guy can do. It's crazy how we have these types of problems still, and it's still happening. That's some bullshit, you know? Like, honestly, fuck them. I'm a one-woman team. I produce all my songs, I write all my songs, I film and edit my music videos, and I'm also behind the marketing and promotional strategies of my content and my music. So everything from the back end to the front end is me. I was used, manipulated, taken advantage of, and belittled a lot in the industry with those people I used to work with, and it's not something I would ever want to experience again, which is why I'm very, very picky with the people I work with. Fast forward to 2019, I got signed to my current management, Cornerstone Entertainment, and now my former label, Star Music. I loved working with my Star Music team. They are amazing. And I'm also very grateful they gave me the opportunity to work with them and to be part of the Star Music label. Especially Sir John, Sir Roxy, who believed in me from the very beginning. And the rest of the team, Sir Jeff, Naomi, Miss Mela, and everyone who contributed to all of my releases throughout my stay in Star Music. I want to thank you guys so much. I love you all. They took really good care of me and gave me full creative control over all of my releases, which is something that is every artist's dream, to have creative control over their work. So I did not experience anything bad with my former label. So why did I choose to leave my label? Even though I was signed to a label, I was still doing majority of the work, which is totally understandable because of the pandemic and ABS-CBN shutting down. I really had to improvise a lot, and it isn't that big of a big deal though, because I've been doing everything on my own anyway to begin with. So that wasn't an issue at all. So Sun Moon Rising is the first track included in my album that is released under Star Music. During the process of this album, I felt that I had to go back to my roots and go independent again. I guess I wanted to continue being that figure to inspire this generation's artists, or the artists that look up to me, that they can make it in this industry as an independent artist as long as they're passionate and they're willing to challenge themselves and take risks. So that's my main reason for leaving the label. I felt it was the right thing to do. But in general, I guess a major misconception about getting into a label here in the Philippines is that once you're in, your work on your end is done, but it's actually the complete opposite. Unless, of course, you're an industry plant. Sadly, whether we like it or not, there are so many talented artists out there who are unseen for their work because of how the system works. Mainly because they were never given the platform or the stage they deserve. Unless, of course, they go viral, and that's the only time they'll be invested in or fully supported. I guess the leverage I had as an artist prior to getting into a label is that I already knew my way around the industry. Like I said earlier, I was doing everything from the back end to the front. And through the years, I've also built my own separate team to help me with the rest of the work so I can just focus on making music and creating content. And with the massive help of social media platforms, anyone can literally blow up overnight and become an online sensation. You're very lucky if you manage to pull this off, because virality is fate. I'm telling you right now, no matter how hard you bust your ass off, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But should that make you stop trying? Of course not. The way I see things, if someone goes viral by accident and they weren't a content creator to begin with, or don't have that passion or that drive to continue pursuing that, they usually end up being one-hit wonders. Because for you to sustain it, you have to be consistent with your content. But imagine if you don't stop creating and by any chance one of your works go viral on a certain platform. At least you know how to sustain it. You have an audience looking at you, and you'll be able to slowly translate them into valuable listeners, streamers, subscribers, followers on your other platforms. Okay, the serious stuff is done, and now I'm gonna be answering. I'm gonna chew this first. I asked you guys on my YouTube community tab which topic you'd want me to talk about in this episode. So you guys voted for how to distribute or release your own music. Don't worry, I got you guys. I've been distributing my music independently ever since I started music making. Couldn't put that bread in my mouth for some reason. I have 8 steps for you guys to follow if you guys are gonna distribute your own music independently. So number 1, and the most important step of this entire process, is you need a distributor. So basically what a distributor does, they're the ones who gets your music, so you upload it to their site, and then they distribute it to all the major streaming platforms or stores. So those stores are Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, and it also will be getting on Deezer or Shazam. And that is basically the only way you can get your songs onto those platforms, because you cannot directly upload your songs to these stores. So you would need a distributor. A distributor I've used for a long time is called DistroKid. So when I started releasing my own music, I used DistroKid, and I had to pay an annual fee, but it was just really small. But now I'm signed to AWAL, and they're distributing all of my songs for my album release. And they basically hold the biggest names in the industry, like Finneas Lauv, Girl in Red, and so many more artists. Banks. It's pretty cool that I'm in the same distributor as them. So yeah, I recommend you invest in your music distribution service. It's either they cut percentage from your songs or they allow you to keep 100% of your royalties, but they will be requesting for an annual fee. So make sure you're picking the right music distribution service and don't just go for the free ones. Number 2, you need your song to be mixed and mastered properly. I highly recommend that you invest in this as well, because once your song is on Spotify, you can't just take it down and re-upload it again. It's a different process. It's not like a YouTube video. It's not like a social media post. So yeah, make sure when you're putting a song out there, it's ready, it sounds good, it's been tested on many speakers, and it doesn't sound weird on other speakers. And you know, those little stuff, make sure you hire a professional mixing engineer or a mastering engineer, or if you know how to do them yourself, then go for it. I also mix my songs, but I still hire a professional mixing engineer and mastering engineer to take over the more technical stuff, because that is not my area yet. I'm not comfortable with mixing or mastering my own songs yet. Number 3, your song has to be ready at least 6 weeks prior to the release date. You need to distribute your songs at least 4 weeks in advance so you can get into all of the major streaming platforms on the date of your release. If you upload a song to your distributor and set the release date the next week, it's most likely not gonna appear on stores the next week, because it still has to get through approvals of these stores. And you also won't be able to get playlisted, because for you to get playlisted on Spotify, you need at least 4 weeks before your drop so you can pitch your songs to Spotify or your digital streaming platforms. Number 4, you need a marketing campaign, and I cannot stress this enough. I used to be that type of artist that when I write a song, I want it out in the next 2 weeks. But that is not the right way to go, because like I said earlier, you need at least 6 weeks in advance for you to pitch your song, for it to get on all the major stores. And impulsively releasing your song will not do you any good, unless of course you gain viral traction out of the song, but don't expect it to come out on the stores on the week of your distribution. Since I'm a marketing major, I know how important the marketing aspect of music releasing is, and that is something I always make sure I have before I release a song. I need to come up with a complete marketing plan, pre-release and post-release. My pre-release consists of what I'm gonna be doing on my social media, if I'm gonna go live on TikTok, or if I'm gonna go live on the drop of my song, if we're gonna be releasing press releases to the media or sending out press kits. For post-release is how I'm gonna maximize the song, how I'm gonna use it on my different social media platforms, like if I'm gonna create an execution for my TikTok page using my song, or just many different executions I can do so that my TikTok followers or my YouTube subscribers will be able to stream my songs converted into my listeners on Spotify. Number 5, an electronic press kit. This is super important, and I think I covered this in episode 1 of this series of mine. But your EPK has to consist of your updated artist bio, photos, your website, or links to where they can find you on social media, your career highlights, and everything about you has to be on this electronic press kit, available digitally, so you can just easily send this link to anyone who needs to see your content or who you are as an artist. Number 6, claiming and verifying your artist profile on Spotify. For you to be able to pitch your song, for you to get access to your analytics on Spotify, you need to claim your account or your artist page. And I think you just have to sign up on the Spotify for Artists website, and you'll be able to claim your music and everything you need to know about your listeners. And then there's also a playlist submission tool there that you can use. You would need at least 4 weeks to pitch your song on Spotify's playlist submission tool. There's so many songs being uploaded to Spotify every day, so the earlier you submit your song for pitching, the better, because you'll have enough time for the curators to get to your song and really listen to it. Number 7, putting out a music video, audio track, visualizer, or a lyric video on your YouTube channel. Usually the common practice is when artists drop a song, they also put out a audio visualizer on their YouTube channel or a lyric video. But you can also do this a week later so that you have time to promote the song on a specific platform. Unless, of course, there is demand for your song. For example, your song suddenly went viral on TikTok and you instantly want to upload it already so people can start streaming it because of the clamor for your song. Then you can decide whether to release the music video prior to your Spotify drop or immediately on the same day of your Spotify drop. Actually, there's no rules for it when it comes to dropping a music video. I guess it's really up to you whether you'd want to drop it already along with your track, or if you want to wait a week later so you have more time to promote your song. Number 8, continue building your social media platforms by staying relevant with the trends. I've also mentioned this one on my previous episode, that staying relevant on your social media platforms is super important, because once you have the audience, once you have the followers, it's gonna be so easy to promote your music and put it in their faces, and they will automatically convert into streams and potentially valuable listeners and people who would want to listen to your next releases. So staying relevant on your social media platforms is very important, especially now during the pandemic. Everyone is just online, so make sure you utilize it to the best of your abilities. And that is it for episode 2 of my Let's Drop an Album series. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you learned something from this. I'm coming up with episode 3 soon, and I hope you guys stick around because this is a really exciting series for me. I'm really happy to be sharing all my insights and my experience with you guys, and hopefully help those future bedroom artists, bedroom producers, bedroom singers. I don't know what you call them, but anyway. But yeah, that is just the main goal of my series, because when I was starting out, I had no one to talk to about this, and I just want to be that person for you guys, and hopefully I'm helping you guys out. And listen to my latest track, like, shameless plug. Listen to Karma, stream it. It's about my struggles in the music industry, and I hope you guys enjoy and stream it and keep supporting me in my music and this journey of being an independent artist. So yeah, see ya! Bye-bye!